Nice, dude. Absolutely.
Did you like that one?
I loved that one.
James, did you like that one?
I loved that one.
With all and every part of your heart?
I loved it, but I didn't like it. You know? Anyways.
Oh, I'm getting a thought. Nope, never mind. What were you saying?
Hold on, there's a shooting star.
It's midday, man.
Made a wish. Can't tell you, though. It was a big one. It was a big one. Really, it was really working against you and your life, too.
What? Okay.
But I can't tell you exactly what it was.
No.
All right. Hey, guys. Oh, everybody calm down. Welcome back to Beyond the Pine, your number one source for quality research topics. We're always about the news. Entertainment. Law. Crime. News.
Laws. The latest and greatest in politics.
The latest and greatest in up-and-coming politics.
I actually know a friend named Tommy. He's in the 6th grade. I think he's going to be the next president.
I think he's going to be the next
movement.
I think he's going to be the next scandal.
I think he's going to be the next Scandinavian folk in my house.
Because he's moving in. Kid, you're going to live with a 6-year-old?
He's my son. He's fine. He's fun.
Guys, welcome back to Beyond the Pine. We hope you're having a wonderful week so far, man. We really are. You know, we've been...
Or a just okay one.
Yeah. You know, if it's just okay, there's always the potential for it to go up and become great. Also the potential for it to go down and get worse.
Yeah,
True. But, you know, we're rooting for you over here at Beyond the Pine. We have a special episode for you guys planned. It's a real special one, like top 10. On a scale of 10, it's top 10. Special.
It's number 10.
It's number 10.
1 being the best.
10 being really not even worth also. Talking about.
Not even worth listening to at this point.
It's
a big day, you guys.
We got a few things on the table. We're gonna go over our applications for one of you guys to be on the podcast.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We finally went through all of the applications, not missing a single one. Chose our favorite. And now we're going to...
Favorites?
I mean, James and I, before we do that, James, we're like, let's catch up a little bit, man. It's been a long while. But you guys, in this podcast, in the next little bit, we are going to open up those applications. They're all going to be video applications or audio applications. Those of you that wrote only, well, clearly you're too ugly to show your face. So,
and that's the last thing we want to be on the Pine.
Right. Something that's going to make me want to throw ugliness. Yeah. There's something that's going to make me want to throw up.
Throw ugly. Someone's gonna want to make me make ugly. Make uglies in the toilet, man.
Fucking James does fucking throw back some uglies, dude. And I'm all about it. Click. James, dude, what have you been up to, man? I know some of it because we've been spending a lot of time together lately.
I want to say something I'm most excited for right now. I finished a horror short film script.
I filmed the whole Subway sandwich earlier.
I filmed a whole Subway sandwich, dude. And let me tell you.
Loads of coverage.
From every possible angle. It was a 16 camera setup.
James, your script, dude.
My script, baby. So I finished a horror short film script. It's called Three Kings. And I actually just finished the second draft of it. And I'm fucking stoked, dude.
How close to King of Queens is it?
King of Queens, near.
It's similar?
It's kind of like a fan film. Yeah.
How close to King Ralph, the movie, is it?
You mean Wreck-It Ralph?
No, King Ralph.
Never heard of that movie.
With the big guy. What was that? Okay, really quick, I digress. Just let me get to so you know who King Ralph is. He's the actor who played the murderer in that movie where the aliens came or something, but we didn't find out till the end, and they stay in this guy's house in the basement. And he kind of keeps them there. And he's like a big fucking guy. You know the actor.
Fucking 10 Cloverfield Lane starring John Goodman.
John Goodman plays King Ralph in 1996's, I don't know what year it is, probably a 90s movie. Anyways, that was a reference. I keep making any movie with a king in it. I want to see how similar it is.
I understand.
Yeah.
There is also a movie called Three Kings with George Clooney and Ice Cube and one other guy. And it's about these...
Ice Cube and George Clooney?
And George Clooney?
What?
Yeah, it's like they're three soldiers and they know where this like gold is buried or kept, and so they like go to like steal it. It's a cool movie.
That's like my life.
That's just like your life. That's how you made your fortune. You stole
how I made my
gold.
fortune.
You stole gold from the cartel, dude. And you're super open about it.
Yeah.
There's like news articles written. Picture you like this, like how this kid stole 40 million in gold from the cartel and got away with it.
This is my picture.
And your address. And the cartel's just like, he did it.
What am I gonna do?
Dude, the cartel's like, oh, what am I gonna do?
Hey, what am I gonna do about it?
Yeah, we didn't specify which cartel.
Anyways, Three Kings, James. I'm so excited to fucking read this thing. I'm gonna read it right after this podcast.
You better.
If we're not playing New World.
Well, I won't at least for an hour because I'm gonna edit the podcast. So you'll have an hour to read it and give me notes.
It's gonna take me 12 hours to read it, James. It's 10 pages.
17.
How am I gonna get through that? 17 pages. Anyways, James, they're dying to hear about it. I'm dying to hear about it.
All right, let me give you a little log line. Two outcast friends who are rebellious. They're into metal. They're into occult stuff. It also takes place in like the mid 90s.
I love it. I love it.
They decide to play this game. It's like a horror game, like a scary game. Jumanji. Dude, I'm just like blatantly ripping off all these different things. So they decided to play this horror game, kind of like Bloody Mary, where you do with your friends, where you like, but this one's way more in depth, has a lot of steps, and it's more of like a ritual. So they decide to play it, because they're like rebellious and edgy and shit. But
did they find it? Is it like, I don't mean to reference Jumanji, but like, did they
no,
stumble
it's not
across
like a
this game
physical game. It's like a ritual that requires steps and like different rules
find out
to
about
follow.
It?
That's not important.
Fair enough. Now that I think about it, I don't even want to know how they found out about it.
I want to develop this into a feature too. And I think that there's a lot of room for it to become a feature in a way. I imagine it like some of my inspirations, Super Dark Times, which is a great indie kind of thriller about this group of friends who are teens. And they're like fucking around and an accident happens and a bad accident happens and they have to take care of it. And then it's like you should watch it, dude. It's really fucking good. Indie, like great performances, cool story, cool setting. It's just good. It's one of the best like portrayals of like what a real group of like high school friends, how they act and talk and stuff like that.
Cool.
So that movie also definitely inspired by Hereditary. I really fuck with Hereditary's like dreadful, like dismal horror and how it's very hopeless.
I just watched that again like in the past couple
it's
weeks.
so good. Same.
So good.
It's so fucking good. So yeah, some great inspirations. Let's see if I can deliver.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they play this game and things are fucked.
Ugh, that does sound fucked.
I'm really excited about it though.
I want to hear more. Do you want to? You don't want to spoil any more of it?
No.
Fuck.
No. I really want to shoot it. So I'm thinking about I'm trying to think about it practically. How, and it's really not going to be that hard. I already kind of have maybe 70% of the pieces, that I'm going to need in order to shoot it. Definitely going to need to find some money, but I've got some friends who know how to. Leon knows, he just pitched a show, a reality doc series, and got funding for it, like a good amount of funding for it. So he now has some connections and some avenues to pursue funding. I might not need much.
One might say.
Electric Avenue. Yeah. So kind of just in that stage right now. I want to go through a couple more drafts of it, but I mean, it's almost there. I feel really good. It's tight. Everything that's in there needs to be in there. And I think 17 minutes is pretty decent for because look at The Woods, right? 30 page.
Oh, 17 minutes is great, bro.
Yeah. 25 page script for The Woods, but we tried to pack in a feature's worth of backstory and development and stuff into that. This isn't that. I'm kind of, I'm developing just what I need to for you to care about the characters. And, but obviously there's so much room to develop it more for the feature. Yeah. And that's what my plan is.
Yeah. So, I love that. I mean, it sounds like you were saying that in the short, you don't dive into, maybe you don't want to, or maybe because it's a short, it doesn't matter about where this game come from or the significance of it or something.
I already
like
have
that.
ideas
like,
of where it comes from.
That's so interesting. Like, literally, I keep referencing Jumanji, but like the lore of where this fucking thing came from and why it is the way it is there. Like, that hasn't really been touched on that much in this context of a game. Like, what, 3 or 4 times of any movie I can fucking think of, and like only Jumanji really did it well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
like,
since this takes place like since this takes place in the 90s, you know, there are things that people don't have access to the same way, like, oh, just finding it online and stuff like that. The internet did exist in the 90s, and I was thinking it'd be cool because, like, back then, you found everything from fucking, like, chat rooms and shit. Yeah. I think, like, if because they're the two main characters, and obviously the one guy knows about the game and encourages the other guy to want to play and, like, tells him all about it and all the steps and shit like that. You know, and
it's like me and you with New World.
Pretty much.
You got to play this game, man.
Okay. So I think it'd be cool if he, you know, on his time just going through like weird chat rooms and shit, very niche, creepy, different chat rooms, finds out about this game and kind of like researches it. It
was like
more.
Created in the fucking Congo, dude, in the jungle somewhere.
Stop thinking about Jumanji. And there's like lions.
And then Robin Williams.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
But yeah, man, I'm very excited for it. The
I
tone is cool.
Read it, dude.
I'm very excited for this. So basically, when I was writing it, because obviously, you know, you need to listen to the right music, right atmosphere when you're writing. And I was listening to the entire Mandy. A lot of Smash Mouth. Somebody once told me.
You're writing.
And I'm just like, the world is going
and then Shrek plays the game.
Dude, okay, so speaking of Shrek, I've been watching Shrek every night falling asleep for the past like 4 nights because I keep falling asleep watching like 10 minutes of it and then falling asleep. And then the next night go back to where I left off and then 10 more minutes.
You're interested enough in Shrek to be
Shrek
like,
is amazing, dude.
Hey, I got to pick up where I left off, man.
Dude, Shrek is so good.
It is so good, but it's funny as fuck.
It's so funny.
Dude, you keep picking up where you left off on Shrek every night. So in 20 days, you can finish it.
Yeah, and then I'll move on to the second one.
Oh, Jesus. Dude. Is there 3? I think there is
3. I don't know if I've ever seen the third one.
And what's funny is I just watched Shrek also within the past month.
I remember when I was a kid, they had like Shrek 4D at Universal Studios in Hollywood, and it was like an experience. No, it wasn't. It was like
It wasn't Dumbass.
No, it wasn't Dumbass Live Show. No. But it was like they had the seats so it was 4D, right? So like they would do things like smoke and like shake your seat.
Plug would go up.
A little butt plug. Oh no, Shrek got fisted. Boing.
Oh, I'm Shrek.
I'm Shrek. I want to be like Shrek.
I want to be like Shrek. Oh.
And then they would spritz water out and shit like that. There was a part where like Shrek sneezes and they would spritz water out.
Dude, I did that experience.
Really?
You just unlocked the entire memory of it. I remember the sneeze.
Yeah.
Achoo. And it was good.
And it was like the back of the seat in front of you was just like until you were like,
yeah, it was. That was fucking crazy. Yeah. I was like, I didn't even know that was gonna happen. I was like, oh, where did that come from? Shrek? I don't want to get sick.
Shrek, I'm not feeling so good.
I think I'm gonna hurl.
I think I'm gonna itch.
Dude, you gotta use the word hurl.
Hurl is great. Yeah, exactly. Like I want to go back and give it another pass for the dialogue and like,
brother, I think I'm gonna hurl.
Brother. I want to add like rad, fucking lame, wicked, shit like that.
Lame, rad, cool, uncool,
epic, sick, simp.
Simp and incel.
I need to add at least 14 incels in there.
You fucking incel. Just so not before it's there.
But yeah, man, long story short, I'm very excited for it. Stay tuned. I want to be doing a lot of like BTS and stuff about it.
You mean?
Sorry.
Diving into your short film.
Sorry.
I want to watch it. I want to read it. I want to fucking consume it, man.
Yeah.
And I'll play whatever you want me to play.
I was thinking about that. For this one, I would be open to that, but at the same time,
dude, I'll fucking audition, dude. You know?
Yeah. I'm gonna play.
Because if you don't know, and you're like, oh, that'd just be fun, but I don't know if I actually want him for this role. But I'll have him audition. I'll fucking audition. Make a little tape for you.
So I'm gonna act in it because it's my fucking script, and I'm gonna
my
direct and fucking act in it because I want to be an actor, and that's the best way I can do that without dedicating my life to pursuing only acting and going to auditions and shit all the time. I'm gonna make cool shit, and I'm gonna act in it, and I'm gonna do a good job, and hopefully, you know, I'm gonna do all the festivals and shit. Hopefully, get some eyes on not only the film and getting funding for it, but also myself as an actor. And
so
that's the
when
plan,
you
baby.
submit something to the festival, you have to pay to submit it.
Correct.
Hope it gets accepted.
Correct.
And it's like probably several hundreds of dollars to submit something, right?
It depends on the
$100.
festival.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Some are
cool,
free, but any like respectable ones are going to cost money for sure. But that's what you budget for too. Is like, you know, this chunk of money is for festivals and submitting to festivals. But yeah, man, that's like what I'm all about right now is just pursuing film and doing that, and I'm so excited about it. And the fact,
I'm glad
I finished
this
this script the other day, dude, and I was like, finally, fucking finally, after years of being like creatively stuck and like at this level, and then like the past year I felt really good and like motivated and inspired, and then now finally, boom, finished this script, and it's like the floodgates are open, man, and I'm fucking just like ready for anything. The other day I was literally like, okay, well, I finished that and I'm really happy with it. I could start writing one of the other scripts, but then I was like, no, I want to like finish this one.
Breathe,
Breathe a little bit and not get carried away and like overwhelmed and shit.
Bless
Sorry,
you
I'm so much, man.
Dude, yeah, I'm glad you're fucking doing it, man, because you've always wanted to be doing film in one capacity or another. But it's hard and it's intimidating, and nobody knows what the fuck to do, to like what the steps are to actually just be doing it. And I'm glad you're like actively doing it. Like now,
and now I
feel
finally
like
do know the steps, and I'm confident in myself as a filmmaker. All the experience and skills that I have, I feel like are the best they've ever been. And I'm like finally able to fully show up to the level of things that I want to make. And I have an amazing network of talented, dope people and friends that I can bring together. And I mean, this is going to be the first film that's shot under Good Job Films.
Let's go.
That's fucking awesome to me, man. I'm so excited.
Good Job Films.
Thank you, brother.
I'm very excited for you, dude. I'm really excited. That's fucking sick, dude. I'm excited to read it because I want to read it, and then I'm sure it's gonna be great. And I'm just excited to be like, wow, I want to see this. You know, like it's like reading a good book.
Yeah, a little different.
I'm excited about it. It is
because I had Lauren read it too, and she's been reading so much lately. Like she's gone through like 3 books a week, like for the past like couple months.
Fuck ton.
Yeah, she's reading so much. She just is like super like into it and loving it. And so but she's not obviously experienced like reading scripts. So I told her like the difference is that like with a book, you can spend as much time as you want inside of the mind of this character, what they're thinking, what their perspective is, how they're feeling, all these things. But in a script, you can't do any of that. You have to show that through like a combination of the action and what dialogue is said combined like to portray what you think they're feeling or how they're reacting and things like that. And so it's like totally different, really.
That's very true.
It's interesting though.
I'm stoked, man. I'm happy for you and I'm excited, dude. I can't wait to keep making shit. And speaking of us making shit, dude, James and I have a music video to make because I have my next release for Whale Stock coming out October 5th, baby. And this song is so good, dude.
October
I love it so
5th?
fucking much. October 5th is when the song comes out.
It's the 13th of October.
Oh, I missed it. November 5th.
That's so funny.
No. Oh my God, it's been out.
That's so
November
funny.
5th. I can't
October 5th, baby.
It's October 13th, dude.
Fuck, I have to upload it.
Oh, it's up.
Yeah, I'm stoked. This is the song
I'm stoked.
that I love, right?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, this is my favorite song of yours.
I love this song so much, and I'm super excited for it. You guys are going to love it, so let's get ready for that. There will be a pre-save link. Probably, maybe by next week, I'll have it in the description of the video or something like that. You know, James and I are now going to hit the fucking ground running with a music video, get some ideas going, start talking about dates and stuff. Hopefully it doesn't fucking break the bank. You know what I'm saying, James? But I'm stoked, man, and I'm just I'm doing the same thing, James. You know what I mean? I'm just
I know.
fucking working on music and fucking it up, man, and living the dream and pursuing everything that I love. Because that's what this life's for, man.
100%.
You know?
Dude.
You know what I'm saying? What are you on your phone, man? I see you on your fucking phone, dude. That's so disrespectful.
I'm looking at music video ideas that I've written down. Yeah.
Wow.
So fucking watch your fucking tone.
That's
with me,
the
bitch.
one time that, it wasn't rude. You know what I mean? In any other context, like if you weren't doing that right now, dude, that'd be so rude. But I forgive you because that's really sweet, actually. But we're super stoked, man. I can't fucking wait. The last music video was such a great time. I loved it. It knew itself. We made exactly what we wanted to make.
Yeah, I'm really proud of that video.
It was at a great point, I think, for us both to be able to make what we wanted to make and be exactly happy with what we made. And be like, this is what I wanted to make, and we made it. So it was great. Like I loved the idea process. James and I just fucking sat around in his room there and
didn't talk about it at all.
Didn't talk about it at all. Yeah, we just kind of felt it. It was so fun, and we still have lots of ideas, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Should we talk about them? No, we shouldn't talk about them. Guess
Nah, not yet.
Now we got surprising, dude.
Yeah, tell me about it.
This one you could release this under Good Job, James.
Good Job Films.
If you want to,
I will.
It's your call. It's your call.
Good Job Films presents.
That's sick. And then you got to get a website going, dude, and you can start putting things that you've done on there.
Yep.
And then people can contact you. You can just shoot them your website and be like, I make music videos. I make fucking
Yeah,
films.
I have a website right now that's super old that I want to basically turn into it.
JamesComesInYou.org. Yeah.
.org. It's an organization. It's a nonprofit.
No, .orgy, dude.
.orgy. JamesComesInYou.orgy. .now.
.forever.
There's too many dots in this URL. It's fine. Post it.
It's fine, Post Malone.
It's fine, Post Malone. Let's make music. Let's make a hit.
Hey, good job, James. That doesn't sound like him. But.
Ooh, I fall apart.
Ooh, I fall apart.
Dude,
I think I just fought it.
I haven't listened to Stoney in a minute.
Me too. Should we listen to it on the podcast?
Just the whole time we were just like, yeah.
Just in the background. I got my retainer on. I got my retainer on.
I have a fucking creepy video to show you.
I'd love to watch this video. And then after that, you guys, it is time to review your video / audio applications to be a guest on the pod, because that's a whole funny segment of content. And then bringing you on, that could be awkward. Couldn't it?
For an hour? Can you handle that?
I don't know if they can handle that, honestly. They're going to get uncomfortable when there's an uncomfortable silence, and James and I are so comfortable with each other that there are no uncomfortable silences, but they're going to read it as an uncomfortable silence.
It also doesn't have to be like, we don't have to have a guest on for the entire
more than 5
hour.
minutes, right.
You know what I mean? It could be like a segment where we bring them on for like this amount of time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude, it'd be funny if we did a whole thing of like speed dating with them. So like the moment we're like,
But they're
done with
speed
them,
dating us?
and they go next. We just have someone else comes in. As soon as it gets awkward. All right, this is getting awkward. We're going to.
All right, this is getting awkward.
you.
Buzzer.
Buzzard.
Right.
Eat him alive. Eat them. Yeah, show me this video, James. I'd love to see it. We're about to watch a video that James has told me nothing about that he is really excited to show me. And I'm like, hey, man.
Fucking bummer.
And I'm like, hey, man. Leave the video showings to me.
Stand by. Okay.
Standing.
Hold on here.
Territory standing. New World. That's a reference. I'm level 15.
I accidentally downloaded it as a...
I accidentally downloaded a virus.
No, I accidentally downloaded it as an MP3. Fuck. All right, James. Well, while you're figuring that out, let me just give a huge thanks to our sponsor. Today's episode of Beyond the Pine is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. The best way to think about therapy is through a bunch of analogies. We get oil changes for our cars to prevent bigger issues down the road. We see the doctor and go to the gym to take care of our bodies to prevent injury and disease. We do chores regularly, or some of us do, to avoid a messy house. Going to therapy is like all of the above. It's routine maintenance for your mental and emotional wellness to prevent bigger issues down the road. And honestly, I think that's one of the best ways I've heard it put. We easily, or at least we know that we're supposed to take care of ourselves and our lives in different aspects every day. Like they said, whether it's taking care of your car, cleaning your house, eating well, working out, doing things, learning, reading, whatever. But I feel like so many times people forget about the old thing up here, the old thing up here, your brain, your mind, and your mental health that is equally as important, if not more important, to take care of. Because without your mental health being your priority in life, all those other things, all the other aspects of your life can't, be the best that they can be. Another good point is that going to therapy doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. It means you're investing in yourself to keep your mind healthy. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can start communicating with your therapist in under 48 hours. So let me ask you this. Why would you invest in everything else in your life but not invest in this? Like I said, your mental health should be the most important thing in your life. You shouldn't sacrifice anything for your mental health. And like I also said, having a healthy mind will lead to a healthy life in every other way. So this podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and Beyond the Pine listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/pine. That's BetterHelp.com/pine. Thank you so much, BetterHelp, for sponsoring. And if you've been thinking about therapy, or you just want to work on yourself and be as healthy as you can be, try out BetterHelp, try out therapy. I promise it's going to work for you. Okay, you guys, we're back. So sorry for those technical difficulties. You didn't experience anything other than an instant cut to the right place, but for us, it was hours. I'm not too good with computers, so
what time really?
What time?
It was about 5 minutes. It wasn't even. It was not
but we
hours.
got it though. So let me open this up. This creepy little video I want to show you, and then we are going to get right on over to the applications. So my friend Clayton, are you ready?
Yes, James, I am ready for this video. I'm really hoping it's not a letdown. Oh.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey. There's a chance of... No, I haven't seen it. For audio?
Are you sure?
Oh, there it is.
I just rang your doorbell because I have a couple questions for you.
Oh my God. Is this the one where he punches through?
Are you sure? I just rang your doorbell because I have a couple questions for you. Are you sure?
What the fuck, man? This guy's fucked out of his mind, bro.
I just rang your doorbell because I have a couple questions for you.
What is he saying to this guy, man?
Are you sure? Are you positive? Are you sure? I just have a couple questions for you.
Are you sure?
His adrenaline's building in his chest right now.
Are you positive? I just have a couple questions for you.
Oh, this dude's
Are you
just
sure?
lost his mind.
Are you positive? Are you sure?
Like he's actively changing the tone of his voice and shit.
Here's the creepy part. There's no one on the other side of the door that he's talking to.
What?
There's a lady in the house.
Yeah? Are you sure?
And then this is her husband talking like through the Ring doorbell.
I just wanted to ask you about TV show. Yeah, can you hear me?
About what?
What I'm looking for is for the girl that's in the house to come out here because I'm going to rape her and kill her. Can you have her open the door? I'm going to rape and kill the girl that's on the other side of this door when she lets me in. I want to rape her and kill her because I have a knife and a gun. Yeah, and I'm going to knock on the door again. All right.
Dude.
Are you sure?
That's fucking disturbing.
I know, dude.
What?
Oh my God, bro.
Oops.
That dude escaped from a fucking asylum, bro.
I know. And actually, it's really funny because my camera just got small.
I saw that, dude. Are you
so
sure?
hang on. Let me fix this.
Are you sure? Are you sure? What? Is this not scary, James? Let me try. Are you sure? Oh, James, you're... Ladies and gentlemen, James's webcam.
Ladies and
has
gentlemen, James
disintegrated.
DeAngelis.
Guys, I actually bought a really tiny necklace.
No, but like, it's so creepy. Like, are you sure? Are you sure? I just rang your doorbell. I had a couple questions for you. Are you sure? Like, that's so fucking scary. But also, me and Lauren just kept fucking saying that to each other, like from across the house. I'd be like, "Are you sure?" And she like, it was like late at night the other night. She was in bed and I was in here, and I was like, "Are you sure?" And she's like, "No, no." Are you sure?
Dude,
no, but fuck that guy,
fucked.
that fucking piece of shit, loser, fucking vile piece of human trash. He was caught afterwards, thankfully.
He's an insane person, obviously.
Oh, he's insane as fuck.
Man.
Like
the moment he said that he was going to do that was like it all, because before that there's this like mystery of like, okay, this person's fucked, this person's like, who knows what they're capable of.
Yeah, they could just
really
be like
live
lost.
In the, like, he's dangerous, who knows what he's capable of. And then
he tells you what his intention is.
Absolute most monstrous, most dark fucking thing.
Yep.
He straight up says with the most maniacally monotone voice.
Yeah. Like, so
I can't even like
the
process that.
The lady's in the house, and she like obviously saw on the Ring doorbell this guy, and so she didn't answer. She wasn't even close to the door. So he was saying all that like almost like a script that he was going over, you know? But also like combined with being insane. So her husband's at work and sees the notification on the Ring doorbell and is watching that, and then he gets on the mic and he's like, "Who are you?" and shit like that. So he left, obviously, and then like the next day or the day after, because this video like blew up and went viral, somebody else in a different neighborhood noticed him in their neighborhood like walking around, and then called the police, and they came and arrested him and executed him.
Crazy, easily, man. Electric chair, dude.
Electric chair, dude. Guillotine. Fucking guillotine, chair. Bro.
Are you sure?
It is done. Calivectrius.
Are you sure? Calivectrius. Insane, dude. I very disturbing.
Yep.
Should have given a slight warning to the audience, but very disturbing. Very like, it's like watching. I don't know.
Keep your doors locked, everybody. Keep your front doors locked and your back doors. Every door in your house. Inside and out, keep it locked at all times.
Yeah, it's crazy because I grew up in Canada, man, and we didn't keep our doors locked. I lived in the fucking country.
Yeah.
And I was out in the forest at night by myself, during the day, like
playing with bears.
Like, it was a safe place. I didn't have to worry about anything. But dude, I actually do have a fucking pretty crazy story. And it still didn't make my family really lock the doors or anything, which is kind of crazy. But you understand it all. But anyways, before I get into the story, it's crazy to me because I learned when I came to America that it doesn't matter where you are in America. If you're in fucking Bel Air, if you're in fucking Santa Monica, wherever the fuck you are. I know there's still both nice places. There's shitty areas of Santa Monica for sure, but you just do. You keep your doors locked.
Yeah.
You just do. It's not even a question. And I understood because I remember everything. My ignorance to the dangers of the world started when I was, or ended when I was maybe 22 or 23, walking around and a fucking homeless person like literally swings a flying fucking back kick at my head, and like it didn't jump me or anything like that, but immediately I was like, oh, I can't just walk around on a beautiful day and stare at the ground and look up and just be in my head and enjoy. I actually have to somewhat be aware.
Yeah, you have to be aware of your surroundings and shit like that.
Even a little bit, you have to. But I didn't have to before that.
Yeah.
I lived in a world where there was no danger to me unless I went to an area where then I had to be aware of, which I never really did. But I knew that existed. I didn't know that existed everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So my whole perception changed, and even looking at that, it made me think exactly that. Like, no matter where you are, you need to fucking lock your doors.
Yeah.
And I have a story that when I was younger, my mom was dating. I lived with my mom and my brother in Canada on like 150 acres of fucking just Canadian forest land, 30 minutes away from the nearest town, 2 hours away from the nearest city. And, we had neighbors, but like very sparsely spread out. Like I couldn't see any of my neighbor's house from my house. We were in the middle of a field on a hill surrounded by trees and farm and acres of fucking forest. And my mom had a boyfriend who was kind of I didn't really have a perception of him back in the day, but he was definitely like a bad dude, who was like still really nice to us and stuff like that. But
he was a villain.
He kind of, I guess, was a fucking villain, man. I don't know. But this dude, my mom and him like were on and off, stuff like that, fighting, whatever. And then I guess broke up, and she told us like he walks here from his house to come see me drunk. Because he's drunk and he won't drive or something or whatever. He doesn't have his car at the time or something like that. And he also lived in the forest, but he lived a 45 to an hour drive away.
Wow.
And he would walk there to our house where I'm sleeping in the middle of the night, drunk as fuck. And my mom would have the doors locked sometimes. And he would come there and he would be like shouting at the house and stuff like that. And she wouldn't call the cops or anything. I don't know. Maybe she did eventually. I don't really remember. But I just had this whole memory of like this dude would drunk walk like 6 hours at night to our house.
Man.
And he was very like calm. I remember hearing him one time, and it was just very calmly like, hey, Bonnie.
Are you sure?
Yeah, are you sure?
Dude, this is him.
It reminded me of him, like just that like high blood pressure, kind of red faced fucking alcoholic with tattoos who's probably been in prison and works on fucking cars. Like, not that they all work on cars, but that was this guy.
Right.
And yeah, man, crazy. I think one time my mom thought that this guy put sugar in her gas tank because her car just suddenly stopped working, and there was like beer bottles on our front lawn from him just drinking there and then walking home.
Jesus, man.
Like, yeah, it was crazy. And eventually I think there had to be authorities involved and stuff like that, and never really saw him again or something. I don't know. But I was pretty young. I was like 12, 13.
That's
I don't
so
really remember.
fucked, man.
Dude, and again, and that was my safe place. And even after that, nothing of it, because I was just in this bubble of Canada safety, you know what I mean? In my world anyways.
Like, this shit will never happen to me. Like, I live in like a nice place, but then it's like...
If that dude was like this much crazier, he would have fucking come in and fucking killed us all, dude. Like...
Fuck, that's crazy.
So keep your fucking doors locked.
Yeah,
you know,
honestly.
no matter where you are or what your fucking parents tell you or your neighborhood, your gated community, fucking whatever, man. Like, bad shit happens, and yeah, you don't 1 in a billion, right? But you want to protect.
Yeah, one in a million until you're that one.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And like, think about the people that the one that does happen to. They were you. They fucking thought never gonna happen to me, and then it happened to them. Like, just protect. It's that simple, you know.
It's crazy.
I'm all for human tasers.
Human tasers.
I electrocute myself with batteries. If you touch me, you're dead.
We're gonna inflict everybody with electricity, so that you have the power within you, the power of Thor. We're gonna give everybody a hammer of Thor. That's gonna be your weapon.
Hammer of Thor.
So everyone's just gonna be flying around.
But anywho, so that video that's crazy, man. Totally just reminded me of like that exact type of guy, minus that much of the insanity.
Yeah, he was like a couple levels down from that.
Yeah.
So now is the time for our applications. I wanted to warm us up there with that video because that was actually an application.
Yes, it was.
That guy applied. He's currently in the lead. That guy.
Yeah.
He seems cool.
It was super entertaining, man. What can I say?
Dude, next week we have him on the pod. Are you sure?
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. I just rang your doorbell. I wanted to ask you a few questions.
I want to ask you questions. We're having you on the pod.
Are you sure?
We interview. Yep, we want to interview you.
Are you positive? What?
Yeah, we're gonna interview you. We're gonna ask you some questions. You don't have to say anything other than the answer. Yep, we don't have to say anything but the answers to the questions.
There's only so many lines I have to go off, man. That bit was destined to end.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to this first one here.
The first application to be on the pod. Activate.
Sharing?
Accept.
Man, you know, I really wish that Discord didn't go out of full screen when I shared.
Know. I think there is a way to do that.
Nice. All right, you ready?
Yeah. Ready. The first application ever in Sugar Pine 7 history for someone to be a fan. A friend.
For someone to be a fan. Application to be a fan.
You're not a fan of
Hi, Jasmine's kids. It's me, DJ Dave, born and raised in the Czech Republic.
Straight up.
And you guys were saying you wanted an application for the pod, so I guess that's what
it's
I'm
this
recording
pale
right now.
saturation now.
Oh my fucking I'm so sorry. I'm so fan ever since I've been 28. I'm 24.
Okay.
And I just think it would be awesome, to get on the pod and talk to you. Anyway, this is it. This is my application.
Audio Jungle.
I'm so sorry. I'm using the free version. Anyway, would love to be on the pod.
This whole audio
and
is Audio Jungle.
Oh, and he ended it.
And I love it. I love it. That was a great start.
Who is that?
That was
DJ,
funny.
DJ Dave?
DJ Dave, dude. DJ Dave, that was great, dude. It was lovely to hear from you. You know, I didn't get a whole lot of context into who you were.
Yeah, who you are, what you do, kind of what you would give us.
What would you give us
what would be
financially,
benefit from
how much you're gonna
you
pay
having you
me.
on? But honestly, if
we
it's
did
going
get
to be
an insight of his
an
humor.
entire episode worth of that, I'm kind of down.
Like, are you coming through with a lot of audio bites for us and shit, or are we supposed to edit that
Provide
afterwards? Because we gotta know.
All right,
DJ
well,
Dave,
DJ
thank you.
Dave's currently in the lead.
Yeah.
Let's go to
We
our
should
next
make a
one
list.
here.
Next caller.
Are you seeing
Hey,
it?
kid.
I'm seeing
Hey,
it. Yeah.
James. I've tried to record this video about 3 times now, and I keep getting too emotional, so I can't
That's not
get
that
through
many
it.
times.
Sorry I tricked you guys by saying this was for an interview to be on the podcast. I just didn't think you guys would really open the video if I said what it was really about. I understand if this is too personal to answer. This is for Kib specifically, but I was watching the pod with my girlfriend one day, and I mentioned to her how one of my favorite things about Kib was the fact that his fingers were so spindly. They're like spindly little spider legs, his fingers are. And she said, I disagree. His fingers aren't spindly, they're fat and chubby. So if
They're not
you guys
fat
could
and
just
chubby.
bring light to this situation, I would really appreciate it.
Well, you know, I am glad that someone finally stuck up for me, because I've had a few people in my life say that my hands are stocky. I've always thought that they were spindly as well, with some meat, but also quite long. It really upsets me when people say that I've got chubby, fat hands, because I don't. I have a guitar player's hand. So your girlfriend probably should take a hike, sister.
I wouldn't say your fingers are spindly. I would say Steve's fingers are spindly.
His fingers are witchy. Spindly is before witchy.
Spindly, I feel like are very thin and long,
Yes, but mine are long,
but they're not
and
thin.
they're not fat.
I think they're proportionate to your hand.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that was a great application
Well, yes.
to be a guest.
Dude, that had me thinking this was gonna be way too personal, and I was like,
I know.
I was like, I'm still gonna hear it. I was like, man, what if it's some fucking, like, just come on.
I know. I was like, God damn it, he manipulated us.
He manipulated us, and we're falling for it.
All right, next application.
Little podcast boys, my 2 best friends, James and Clit. Hi, this is my video application for to be on Beyond the Pine, the best podcast this side of the Mississippi. I'm here to show you that I'm a great little applicant who's a great fan and a great conversationalist. I've been talking all my life. From a very young age,
Got a Philly
I've
D
been-
poster in the
I've been
background.
getting ready to be on some kind of podcast or something. Look, I'm your
That's
freaking
tight.
biggest
Aw.
fan. So much that I got a little glass with the name of your with the name of your with a little logo. What do you think about that? Huh?
Yeah.
Wow, listen, man. I think that you need to be locked up.
You need to be locked up, brother. I was thinking the same thing, James. I was thinking the same goddamn thing. I
You
can't
need to
believe
be
you said
locked
that
up,
first.
man, and I'm going to make it my last mission to make sure that you spend your life behind bars.
Villain number 1. Dude, I'm really
He's like,
appreciative.
no, I'm not a villain. Super villain in the making here.
That's right.
We really appreciate that. I love that mug. I didn't even know that we made that mug, in all honesty, and that's a fucking tight mug. I also
You don't
love
remember that mug?
I don't remember that mug. I don't have a mug. I don't have a single mug in my house, dude. A beer mug? That's a tight beer mug, dude.
It's tight, dude. He made it himself.
I also fucked with that pumpkin in the background, reminding me that I need to carve pumpkins.
Reminds me that I like pumpkin pie.
You ever had roasted pumpkin seeds?
Oh, dude, I bake pumpkin seeds big time, yeah.
Oh, so good.
So good. Say that again.
So
good. Yeah, so good. Here's the thing, man. I really liked what you had to offer. Barely. I will say, for me, that's number 2. That's number 2 spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, DJ
Does
Dave's
that mean
still
we're
in the
already
lead for me.
We're already immediately deciding. We should probably not put them in a spot yet until the end, because we're immediately deciding if someone is not going to be on the pod.
Well, yeah, that's kind of like how they do it in Kitchen Nightmares. No, not Kitchen Nightmares. Hell's Kitchen. They'll do their challenge, right? And then
This tastes like shit.
This tastes like shit. You win.
You wiener.
You fucking donut.
You ice cream sandwich.
So they'll have the 2 people go against each other, and then that person, the person that won those 2, is in the lead, and then the next 2 come up, and then they say, oh, but is this one good enough to knock this person out of the first place spot? No.
Right.
And then is this person good enough? Yes.
And at the end, yeah, we'll take another peek. You know what I mean? We'll look at our list and see what we think.
Yeah, don't take our decision on the podcast as final. We're kind of rolling with it here. We're going through. We're kind of doing a little pseudo judge
James
here.
is really going
but at the end of the
through it,
day, we're gonna decide this off the podcast, and we will let you know personally if we can ever find you.
We can find you in the emails. Via
the emails.
We'll respond to the emails. Yep. And then next week we'll have that winner on. Let's go to the next applicant.
We got the next one coming.
Let's shoot that in.
And
hey
starting.
boys, how's it going? I'm Walker. You've probably briefly heard of
What's
me
up,
from
Walker?
Pob and Gilligan the last time they were out here in LA.
Is this Stink Boy Walker?
I think you've even seen a wallet-sized senior portrait of me at a dinner once. I don't know what that's all about, but that's what I heard from Pob once. Anyways, I'm a small part-time streamer with big full-time aspirations on the Twitch platform. So I feel that if I were brought onto the pod, I could talk about my experiences trying to quote-unquote make it as a creator, and I think that melded well with your guys' experiences as, you know, post-Streamy award-winning, post-Rooster Teeth. I think Kib still streams. James, you don't even stream anymore.
Nope.
I think the little parallels between that would be pretty cool to see on the podcast. I also work on the Warner Brothers lot at the studio tour, so I can also speak about what it's like to be around productions and this active ecosystem of the industry for my day-to-day, while also trying to juggle what I'm trying to do and grow over on Twitch. So there's a weird little kind of overlap happening there, and I think that'd be super interesting to talk about and talk with you boys about, of course. But I'm looking forward to any consideration. Have me on for 30 seconds. Have me on for a minute. Have me on for an hour. I would love to talk with you boys.
Aww.
If you want to check out any stuff that I have so far, it would be on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv /StinkBoyWalker.
Walker.
All lowercase. Those are where all my past most viewed clips are over on there. And I also have a Twitter of the same name. And those are the only 2 socials that I'm active on. So thank you. Be safe. I appreciate the consideration. And have a good one.
Being safe, I am. You know what?
You know what, Walker? I really like that, Stink Boy Walker, and I love your name, Stink Boy Walker.
3rd place.
Really interesting. Really interesting. You work on the Warner Brothers lot. I pick up and drop off things on the Warner Brothers lot all the time. So there's a very good chance that we've been on the Warner Brothers lot at the very same time.
And above you both, I am a movie star in movies on Warner Brothers lot.
And above that, I actually CEO.
What the fuck?
I actually CEO.
And above that, I actually have. Walker, I really liked that, man, and I like that you're friends with Pob. Did he say he went to school with Pob?
No, he said that, and I remember this. You weren't there. We went to, when Pob was in town, Pob and Gilligan were here, and we went out to dinner to Broken Spanish, and Pob just pulls out literally like a wallet-sized senior portrait of Walker, and he just shows it to me, and I'm like, who's that? And he's like, Stink Boy Walker. And just puts it away.
That's so funny.
Honestly, Walker, I fuck with you, man. He might be in the lead for me. But again, we're not making a decision now.
You wouldn't. We would never do that. But
you wouldn't.
It's
you
pretty
wouldn't.
up there. Pretty up there, Walker. Pretty up there. Okay.
Next.
Hit it.
Hey, what's up, James and Kib? It's me, Luigi here.
What's up, player?
This is my application to be on the podcast. I'm a big fan. I'm from Scranton, Pennsylvania. Kib, you like The
Nice.
Office? What's up, dude?
I like The Office more.
I
No,
think
you
guys
don't.
should have me on the podcast. I think it'd be a real fun time, alright? You let me know. I'll talk to you.
That's fucking amazing. I think it'll be a real good time. You let me know. I'll talk to you.
I'll talk to you. That was great.
So good.
That was up there
Fuck,
too,
dude.
man.
Fucking Luigi, man.
Dude.
Yeah,
Hello,
anyways.
hello, hello, woo That's what he says, isn't he?
All
Hello,
right.
hello, hello, woo dude. You know, Beyond the Pine here. James and I are big fans of Allah. So, Allah, walla, woo, Luigi. So,
That was borderline, my dude.
what? He goes,
What?
Waluigi.
And we've got another application.
It was a draft.
Beautiful hair.
Hello,
Wow.
Krieg and Drake.
Krieg and Drake.
I will be submitting my video to be on your Beyond the Pine podcast.
Yep.
I will just be showing you some wonderful things we have in common, which are video and music, and just laying some facts and maybe some more things over top of it just to sweeten the deal a little bit.
No, okay.
Rocking on that other word, please don't tell my daughter. I be popping Zannies with me, grab her in my popper. Buckle in, look out at my tummy, smelly button, yummy.
Oh, fuck, bro.
That was fucking crazy, bro.
That was fucking nuts, dude.
That music video was
What the
sick.
fuck?
Dude, the actual video was fucking awesome, dude.
Yo.
That was
Not a big
crazy.
fan of the part where you wiped your fucking ass
he
and
wipe
made
his
me
ass?
see that. You didn't see that? He was sitting on the
I didn't
toilet
see that.
and he like goes like this and takes out fucking toilet paper with shit on it. Fuck, man.
That
Honest,
can't-
but
that
yo,
can't
the
be on-
lighting.
I don't think that can be on YouTube, the shit part.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna.
Yeah, that was fucking crazy, man. I fucked with the lighting. I'm gonna
Yeah, that
in my
was
list. I'm gonna
fucking
call you shit guy.
Dude, he looked like in the beginning, and I'm only saying this because I mean this in such a complimentary way. The camera, you know, looked like it was maybe a 5D, but probably not that high up there quality wise. But it was a cool DSLR camera, you know what I mean? Lighting wasn't great in the first shot, and I saw, you know, like perhaps a film student, you know, and you looked stoic sort of, and you looked very clean and just like, you know, a guy I'd expect. And then that music video, you transformed into a whole other beast, man. And I like that guy, and I see the demons inside of you, man. I see the
Yeah, I see the demons, and it's actually my purpose to destroy them.
to destroy
So
you.
if
and
we
them.
come into
Yes.
contact, just know that that's like where I'm
Show
gonna
them
be
the-
at, like
show them
trying
your
to
cross,
destroy
James.
you.
Show them your cross. Mm-hmm. Face Jesus punch.
Jesus punch. Oh, dude, Jesus punch. Amen.
Amen, sister. That
All
was,
right.
that was something, man. That I'm trying to figure out. Here's the thing. Here's what will actually make that a contender for me. If you made that music and the video specifically for this, or if that's from some video you did. Because if it's from some video you did, don't really care. Lots of cool music. No, I mean that as in like, there's no attachment for me if this is just from some music video of yours. You know what I mean? Like it was still cool, but it doesn't add to what I think of your application. Because that'd be like applying, you know, if I applied something and then I just put my favorite song and it went.
Well, I think that was like, what do you mean? Like, I think that he made that.
Did he make it for the application? Because then I'm like, wow.
Well, when you apply to something, you show links to your work.
I guess.
Yeah. Think about that. We've got one
No.
more application.
No, James, I won't. I really
about
liked
it.
it. I just want to say I did really like. I wanted that to be an original for us.
How's it going, boys? I hope my
What's up,
submission
player?
is not too late. My name is Cody. I'm
Minnesota.
19, studying cinematics at the
Yeah.
University of Iowa. And I would love to be on the pod, chat with you boys. We can talk about you guys. We can talk about me, my ass cheek of a life. We can talk about screenwriting, video games, movie ideas. Clay, we can talk about music. James, I know you just rewatched Breaking Bad. Yes, bitch. We could geek out on Breaking Bad.
Okay.
'Cause I'm rewatching it right now as well.
A lot of people are.
Millions.
We could talk about all sorts of things. We could talk about space. We could talk about trees.
like trees.
You know, I'm open to ideas.
You want us to bring the ideas?
Anyways, I look forward to hearing from you guys. Possibly. If I don't, no hard feelings. You know, but you guys are great. You guys are talented, headed in good directions, and I appreciate what you guys are doing. So, anyways, thank you for your time. And have a good week.
Very sweet. That was
very nice.
So genuine and so sweet. I really, really enjoyed that one a lot. That guy reminds me of like my little brother. And,
Honestly, yeah. You know, I see a lot of your little brother in him.
Yeah.
I don't even know your brother.
Yeah. I mean, just seems sweet, kind of Canadian, genuine, and down for a giggle and a conversation. Also
Yeah,
as well.
honestly. And here's the thing that I want to say.
What?
Whoever we pick this week, or for next week,
your life's
this
gonna
isn't
change
the
forever.
This is your life's gonna change forever. I want you to be prepared for that. You're gonna call your family after this, and you're gonna say,
Yeah.
"Mom, I made it."
I've made it. Yeah.
No, there's a potential that we'll do this again. So if
We
you
will
don't get
accept
picked,
applications again.
yeah, we will absolutely, and we'll make a little thing of it. You know, we'll do another application episode and then another guest episode. So if you don't get picked for next week, don't worry about it. Brush it off. You know, pick
Brush
yourself
it
up
off.
by the boob straps and
Grab
continue.
your balls, throw them over your boulder holders, and ask yourself this.
Your boulder holders.
What's stopping me from doing this again? Nothing.
Nothing.
You could always apply, bro. Someone sends in a bang. We're not even doing this anymore. A month from now or something. Who
We're not
knows?
even doing the podcast anymore.
And then you send in a banger application that blows our fucking mind. Guess what? You're coming on the pod.
Yup.
If you do something interesting or you have some crazy story, some crazy adventure, like, bro, Joe Rogan's got nothing on Beyond the Pine, dude. We've got
Think
such
about
a
it,
future.
man.
We've made this podcast basically the entertainment is whatever the fuck we want to talk about. Now we add guests who have cool shit, things to talk about, stories, wild achievements. That's a whole life of content. Anywho, was that all of them, James?
That was all of them for this week.
That was
Those
all
were
for this week.
those are the ones that I chose from all of our applications. Those
Right,
are the
and
ones
James
that I
looked at all
chose
of
to
them.
show. And and we're gonna have a great time picking from that lot, and we're gonna take the lot. We'll have you all on.
If you guys want to vote too, whose application you thought, go ahead and just do that in the comment section. That'll be fun.
Go ahead and do it in the comments. We're not necessarily gonna use
Look
that
at that.
kind of as a basis of our judgment at all, but
maybe
just for
we do
fun.
and will. But maybe we do and will.
Well, we would have to make a thing of it if we want it to
No,
be based
we
on
just
the
did.
vote. No, we just do it.
The comments with the most likes, we may take that into consideration.
Yeah, we may.
It may influence us. It may
You know?
influence us.
Over here,
What do
we're very like go
Easily
with the flow.
influenced.
Easily influenced. Kib is. Yeah, he's so easily influenced.
Tell me to do something.
Cry.
3, 2, 1. Do you see it? Well, do you see me welling up? I welled up instantly, but when I
Dude.
started,
Do you see me welling up?
that's so funny.
Oh
fuck.
But yeah, fucking thank you guys so much for sending in those applications. We're gonna pick who it
That's
is, and
right.
we'll let you know, and we will work out the time that we're gonna shoot next week, and we'll fucking get you on.
Yep, that's right. You guys, November 5th, not October 5th. We've already passed that. This is going to happen in November. Let's get ready. Whales Talk, next single. Hopefully we'll have a music video shot and edited within a week to 10 days of that.
Oh, one more thing we have to fucking talk about: the TikTok editing.
Oh, yes, the TikTok editing.
Okay,
Or
so
on there.
we talked about it. Thank you so much to everybody who showed interest and applied to that TikTok editor position. We really, really genuinely appreciate that. We decided on our end, we want to make a few of them ourselves, kind of get the ball rolling a little bit.
Grease the wheels a little bit.
Grease the
on
wheels, you know
TikTok
what I
for
mean?
us. Yeah.
Start putting out a few things that we're going to make on our own on TikTok along the same lines, podcast clips, funny things like that. Kind of, you know, build that a little bit more.
Yeah, figure out how we want to do it before we just like throw someone else in to do it.
Yeah.
Because I think we have our own taste and style and stuff like that. And once there's something there and people like the audience there starts to expect a certain type of content, then I think then we can implement someone in once we see, you know, that work.
Yeah, 100%. So
all
by.
of those applications will be still
Yeah,
in
we're gonna
consideration
everybody
when we
that's
do
applied
that.
and messaged us. We're gonna consider all that. I've taken a look at a lot of the things that you guys have sent us, and it's great work. I'm impressed by a lot of you guys, for sure. But yeah, just wanted to put that out there. Sorry for getting your hopes up, but just hold off for right now with that. We'll
pause,
come back
maybe.
around. Just on pause.
Yeah,
yeah.
Just on pause. That's all.
But hey, we love you and we appreciate you. For everybody who tunes in every week, watches and listens, we wouldn't be here without you guys. And we hope you have a wonderful fucking week, wonderful day. Happy Halloween. And we'll see
happy
you next
Hanukkah.
week. And happy Hanukkah. They don't get enough love.
Obviously.
Peace.
Peace also. More.